name is Justin Stamey. I'm a Republican candidate for the Clerk of Superior Court. I'm a native of Macon County. I graduated from Franklin High School in 2008, then attended Southwestern Community College before transferring to the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. There, I received my bachelor's degree in political science and criminal justice in 2013, making me the first member in my family to do so. That same year, I was nominated by our current Clerk of Superior Court and was appointed by our Chief Superior Court Judge to become a magistrate at the age of 23 years old, making me the youngest magistrate judge in the state of North Carolina at that time. During my career, I have received 30 additional North Carolina judiciary certifications, 4 of which are job-specific to the Clerk of Superior Court's office, and they include wills and estates, incompetency and guardianships, adoptions, and foreclosures. I have the experience necessary to take this job day one and move that docket forward.
So as a college team, we have come across issues, brainstorming questions for the Clerk of Superior Court. With that being said, would you please give us your information or your definition to the Clerk of Superior Court?
Sure. When people envision the clerk's office or what the clerks do, they often envision an individual sitting next to the judge taking the minutes and the judgments that are rendered. They also see an individual taking the fines or the decisions from the judgments down at the office whenever a judgment has been received. They also see an individual that is sending out the subpoenas for jury duty. And those are roles for which that office does do, but the elected clerk is more than that. The elected clerk is a judicial official that has the jurisdiction to oversee the wills and estates process. They are the ex officio judge of probate. They also have the jurisdiction to hear and adjudicate cases that are called special proceedings. And these special proceedings include incompetency and guardianships, adoptions and foreclosures, name changes, land partitions, just to name a few. And I just so happen to be certified in those particular areas of the law.
What experience do you have managing an office of that size?
Managing an office of that size, there are 9 clerks, 3 assistants, 6 deputy clerks. As far as managing an office, I've taken a leadership role within the magistrate's office. We have 4 magistrates, 3 including me, so that would make 4. As far as managing the office, I've taken a position to where I step up when an individual has to be out for any particular reason. So if they fall ill or if there is a certain circumstance that they need to be out, I've always taken the position that they can contact me and let me know what the situation is, and I have taken the role of being there for them whenever a circumstance arises. So that is part of my circumstance as far as leading that particular office. I do have experience working in the private sector as well. I was part of a property maintenance company for Norgrove International. There we have hired numerous individuals, and so I oversee at least 5 or 6 individuals in my 6 years of working in that particular area as well.
While we were doing research on the Clerk of Superior Court, we came across the same issue several times, and the issue being cross-training. Do you have any cross-training on your record? And if so, how does that help you running for Superior Court, the Clerk of Superior Court?
So obtaining different certifications is one of the areas that I actually took pride in. As a magistrate, we are bound by the general statutes to take additional trainings every 2 years. I took the initiative to take additional trainings every year because I believe that education is very important in the role of our judiciary, not only in my particular area serving as a magistrate, but also in future areas for the clerk. I believe that all deputy clerks and assistant clerks should have access for the ability to cross-train. For example, if a civil clerk would like to learn more information about the criminal side, I fully believe that they should have the ability to take courses through the School of Government or the Administrative Office of the Courts, either online or in person. And when elected, I will gladly have them do so if they wish to further their education.
What changes do you plan on making to the clerk's office?
Well, right now there is a mask mandate that is currently over that office. I will give all employees the option to make that optional. That would be the initial change, day one. Also, like you mentioned, the cross training, I will implement that for all the deputies and the assistant clerks to have that ability to continue their education. Also, I will have us day one ready for whenever the new Odyssey system is implemented. It is a paperless system. We are moving away from the archaic filing system that we have used for decades, and we are adopting the new Odyssey system, which will digitalize all the filings and judgments that are filed there at the clerk's office.
What separates you from the other candidates?
What separates me from the other candidates is one, my education. I hold a bachelor's degree from UNC Charlotte in political science and criminal justice. Like I stated before, I hold those 30 judiciary certifications, and 4 of which are job specific. I have 8 years of experience from the bench hearing and adjudicating cases here as a magistrate. Those cases are small claims cases which have a monetary jurisdiction of $10,000 or less. So I know how to take an argument, break it down, and apply it to that specific jurisdiction of law, and understand that the decision that I make has real-world consequences. Each decision that is rendered, I fully understand, goes further than the courthouse steps and actually has real impact here in this community.
Now I want to give you 3 minutes to address anything that we didn't address or anything that you'd like to address.
Well, I want to say thank you for the opportunity to interview here today. What I'd like to bring up is there's going to be 2 qualifications that I believe that separates the candidates in this particular race. One, do they have the necessary qualifications through their experience and their education to be the next ex officio judge of probate? The next criteria is, do they have the necessary conservative values to represent the people in this particular party to move to the general election next November? I believe that I have both checked off the boxes for both of those criteria, and that I am the best candidate for this position to become Macon County's next Clerk of Superior Court. And I humbly ask for your vote in this